previously prepared. Okay. Now let us see some of the physical properties of these amines. Okay. And when you're talking about the physical properties, can you see this board?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. When you're talking about the physical properties of amines, the first thing is about their nature or the state. And you can see that the lower members will be gas, uh, higher members will be the liquids, and the heavier members will be in the solid state. Can you tell me why this difference in the state of the material? Lower members will be in the gaseous form. Then it as the size increases, it changes to liquid and solid. As the size increases, it changes from gas to liquid to solid. And this happens as the size increases. Can you tell me why this changes in this order? Why this change in state of the material? Anybody?
As size increases, it will become more compact, sir.
It is not about the compact nature. As size increases, what happens? The surface area increases, and when the surface area increases, the intermolecular interactions will increase, and when the intermolecular interaction increases, more attractions will take place, and the state of the material will change. Okay, the lighter members, the surface area will be less, intermolecular attractions will be less, so it will be in the gaseous state. And as the size increases, the surface area increases, intermolecular attractions increases, so the state changes from gas to liquid. Then still higher masses means heavier members will be in the solid state. Okay, and the next thing we have to talk is about the solubility of these amines. Amines will be soluble in water. They will be soluble. Amines will be soluble in water. And as the alkyl part increases, as the size increases, can you tell me what will happen for the solubility?
Decreases.
It alkyl part increases, solubility decreases. Solubility decreases. And what is the reason for the decrease in the solubility as the alkyl part increases?
Electronegativities.
It's not about electronegativity. What is the nature of alkyl part? Alkyl part, is it hydrophilic or hydrophobic?
Hydrophobic.
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 Yeah, alkyl. Yeah, alkyl part is hydrophobic. It will not interact with water, so it will be hydrophobic. So as the hydrophobic part increases, automatically solubility should be decreasing. So lower alkanes will be readily soluble. They will be miscible with the water in all proportions. As the size increases, the solubility decreases. Now I am talking about isomeric amines. Isomeric amines which are primary, secondary, and tertiary. Let me take this example of CH3, CH2, 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 NH3, N-butyramine or N-butylamine, normal butylamine,
NH2, sir.
NH2. Yeah, N-butylamine. Then CH3, CH2, NH, CH2, CH3. Okay, and
N
CH3,
N ethyl
yeah, N-ethyl,
N-ethyl ethane
Ethana,
amine.
ethanamine. Yeah, N-ethyl ethanamine. Okay. N-ethyl ethanamine. So CH2, CH3. So what is the difference between these three? All are isomeric amines. N-butylamine. This I can show diethylamine. Am I right? Trivial name is diethylamine. Then this is dimethylethylamine or
Dimethylamine.
ethyl dimethylamine. That's the trivial name. So what about these three? What is the difference between all the three? First one
Sir,
is
the nitrogen is bonded, the NH is bonded different
uh,
positions.
yeah. Therefore, we say that this is
Primary.
primary, this is secondary, and this is tertiary. Now, for isomeric amines, the order of the solubility will be primary will have more solubility compared to secondary, and tertiary will have the least solubility. Can you tell me what is the reason for this solubility?
Hydrogen bond.
Branching increases solubility
Hydrogen bond.
decreases.
No effective bonding.
It, yeah, it is the it is able solubility of organic compound in water depends upon their ability to form hydrogen bonds with water. Solubility of an organic compound depends upon the ability of that organic compound to form hydrogen bonds with water. Now, here in the primary amine, how many hydrogens are there on nitrogen?
2.
Two. And in this case, there is only one. And in this case, there is no hydrogen. So, which will be forming more number of hydrogen bonds with water? Which will form more
Primary.
hydrogen primary. Since primary is having more number of hydrogens on nitrogen, it will be forming more number of hydrogen bonds, and therefore it will be more soluble in water, and least soluble will be the tertiary amine, will be tertiary amine. Okay. And can you tell me about the boiling point of primary, second, and tertiary amines, which will be more, which will be having more boiling point? If you are talking about the boiling point, this is about the solubility. If you are talking about the boiling point, which will be
Pernicious.
Primary.
primary, primary will have more boiling point than the secondary. Secondary will have more boiling point than tertiary. Same order will be followed in case of boiling point. There, and the reason is also same. Primary will be able to form two hydrogen bonds. Secondary will not be able. Secondary will be able to form only one hydrogen bond. Tertiary will not be able to form any hydrogen bond. Tertiary, there is no hydrogen on nitrogen. That is the reason why tertiary will not be able to form any hydrogen bonds. So the boiling point also follows the same trend as the solubility. Okay. Now let us talk about the chemical properties. Chemical properties of amines. And when you are talking about the chemical properties depends upon one is the electronegativity difference. Electronegativity difference between uh, nitrogen and hydrogen. That is one of the factor. Second one, the presence of lone pair of electrons. Lone pair of electrons will also affect the chemistry, the property. And the third one, the number of hydrogen atoms on nitrogen. On nitrogen. That means whether the amine is primary, secondary, or tertiary, that will affect the chemistry. Presence of lone pair will affect the chemistry, and electronegativity difference between nitrogen and hydrogen will affect the chemistry of the amines. That will affect the chemistry of the amines. And we will generally say that amines are basic in nature. They are Lewis bases. Why amines are Lewis bases?
Essence of lone pair.
Can you hear me?
presence of lone pair of electrons.
Yeah. Due to presence of lone pair of electrons, they will act as Lewis bases. They will be acting as Lewis bases. Okay, that is due to the presence of lone pair of electrons. And this basic character is indicated on their reaction with an acid. We can see that an amine, primary, secondary, or tertiary, they will combine with an acid. Let me take HX, any acid, and it will form a salt or NH3 plus and X minus. A salt is obtained. And this particular reaction, the ability to form salt with an acid, indicates the basic character of the amines. Same is the case with the aliphatic amines or aromatic amines or NH2. When they combine with the XX, it will be forming a salt. Arylamine salt will be formed, or NH3 plus and X minus. Ammonium, we call it as ammonium salt. Ammonium salt will be formed by this one. So the formation of this salt will indicate the nature, the basic nature. And from the ammonium salt, if you want to get the amine back, what do we have to see? Yesterday we have seen. What do you have to do? From the ammonium salt, if you want to get the amine back, what do you have to do?
Treat with the base.
We have to treat it with a base. So when it is treated with a base, it will give you the amine back. An amine is obtained back, and you will get the X minus. Okay, depending upon the base. If it is NaOH, you will get NaCl likewise, and H2O will be obtained. Same is the case here also. When it is treated with this base, it will give the amine back. I will simply write it RARNH2, and the other products will be obtained. Same products will be obtained. So this particular reaction, this ammonium salt will be soluble in water. Ammonium salt will be soluble in water, and this ability of amines to form salt and their solubility in water will help us to separate the soluble amines from the rest of the insoluble inorganic compounds. Amines are soluble in water, or ammonium salt will be soluble in water, and this ammonium salt will be obtained by treating the amine with an acid. Okay, and they are insoluble. This ammonium salt will be insoluble in organic solvents, and this particular ability of the amine to form salt with an acid is helping us to separate these amines from the rest of the organic compounds which are insoluble in water. How will you do that one? How will you do that? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how will you do that? How will you separate an amine from the rest of the organic compounds by using the ability to form salt?
Dissolving in water.
It will be first converted into ammonium salt, and this ammonium salt will be soluble in water, and we will get a solution, and the rest of the insoluble compounds can be separated by filtration. Okay, or any other methods, they can be separated, and this from the solution that contains the amine, you will get the amine back. How will you get the amine back? How will you get the amine back? Just now we discussed how will you get this amine back?
Adding alkyl.
React with base.
By treating with a base. By treating with a base, you will get the amine back. So that is the method of separation. and the basic character of any substance that will be normally represented in as I told you. How far you have learned? You have heard me. Have you seen this one?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah. Okay. The basic character of an amp is normally represented in terms of kb value. What is kb value? What is kb value? No idea.
No, sir.
kb is base dissociation constant. kb is k subscript base dissociation constant, which expresses the basic character. And when the kb value is more, we say that the basic character of the substance is more, and kb is less, basic character of the substance is less, and kb is nothing but the equilibrium constant. So for this particular reaction, what can be equilibrium constant? K, it is equal to concentration of the ammonium ion or NH3 plus into concentration of OH minus divided by concentration of R NH2 into concentration of water. So this is equilibrium constant, and the concentration of water remains almost constant. So this can be coupled with K, and when this coupled with K, we'll get Kb, and Kb will be equal to RNH3 RNH3 plus into OH minus divided by concentration of the undissociated amine RNH2 RNH2. Okay, and if the amine is able to form ammonium salt, and if it is capable of giving OH minus ion, we say that it is more basic. So numerator will determine the basic character. If numerator is more, basic character will be more, and kb value will be more. If denominator is more, basic character will be less, kb value will be less. So when the kb value is more, we can say that the basic character of the salt or ammonium salt will be more. Or we can also represent this kb or basic character in terms of pkb also. pkb value should be, what is pkb? Minus log kb, and pkb should be low. Pkb should be low for a substance to be a strong base. pkb should be less for a substance to be a strong base. Okay, are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so kb value should be more and pkb should be less. So the about the basic character of amines is very important, you should be thorough with. Then we are going to compare the basic character of amines with that of ammonia. Aliphatic amines we are going to compare first. Aliphatic amines versus ammonia. Amines versus ammonia. What are aliphatic amines? What are aliphatic amines?
Ammonia with alkyl.
When hydrogen is replaced by alkyl groups, so that are known as aliphatic amines. So for example, I will take this example R, a primary amine RNH2, and it is compared with ammonia. Here this is ammonia, and here you are having a lone pair. In RNH2 also there is a lone pair, one hydrogen is replaced by an R group. So what is the nature of an alkyl group? Is it electron donating or electron withdrawing? R group is
Withdrawing, sir. Withdrawing.
electron donating, electron releasing, or electron donating. Groups are so the presence of alkyl group electron density hydrogen, and when the density increases, increase the density of proton increases. Protonation ability. What is protonation? Is protonation?
Audio breaking, sir.
This is protonation. Audio. So the stability. Can you tell me what is this protonation then?
Transfer of
Sir, can you
electron.
explain again, sir?
I'll explain again. I will explain again. So whenever the electron density on nitrogen increases, its ability to attract a proton, or we simply say that the ability of a proton to attract that nitrogen will be more. Protons will be electron seeking, and when the electron density on nitrogen increases, we can say that the ability of a proton to attack the nitrogen will increase. So that attack of proton on the nitrogen is what we call as protonation. Ability of adding proton, or ability to attack a electron rich site, that is protonation. Okay, and higher the protonation ability, we said that higher will be the basic character. Proton acceptors are bases. Am I right?
No, sir.
Am I right or not? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Audible.
Audible. Okay. So proton acceptors are bases, and whenever the ability to accept a proton is more, we say that the protonation ability is more, and protonation ability depends upon the electron density on that particular atom. When electron density is more, ability to accept proton will be more. So in that case, if you compare alkyl amines versus ammonia, ammonia has only hydrogen, whereas alkyl amine has an electron releasing alkyl group. So which will be having more proton ability, or which will be having more protonation ability?
Aliphatic amine.
Amine, because releasing group. So we say that aliphatic amines are always stronger bases than ammonia. Aliphatic amines, aliphatic amines are always stronger bases than ammonia. So
Not audible, sir.
network able to hear?
No, sir, you're not audible, sir.
Not audible, sir.
No audible. Can you hear me now?
Audio is getting stuck, sir.
Is more on some network problem? Am I? Can you see me now?
Yes,
Or
sir.
can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And ca- can you see the presentation now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we were comparing the basic character of aliphatic amines with respect to ammonia, and we have seen that aliphatic amines are always stronger than ammonia. Why aliphatic amines are always stronger bases than ammonia? And it is due to the electron releasing effect of the alkyl group, plus I effect, electron releasing effect, we call it as plus I effect. And as a result, electron density over nitrogen increases and the protonation ability of the amine increases. And there is no such electron releasing group in ammonia. Therefore, the basic character will be less in case of ammonia compared to alkylamine. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, the second thing is the comparison between aromatic amine versus ammonia. Aromatic amines. When you are talking about aromatic amine, we'll take the aniline and we are going to compare this aniline with respect to ammonia. Aniline with N. Which would you expect to have more base or NH2? Which would you have? Which would you expect to have more basic character?
Aromatic, sir.
It is not aromatic. Ammonia is more basic. Always, always NH3 is a stronger base. Always NH3 is a stronger base compared to aromatic amines. Compared to aromatic amines, always NH3 is a stronger base. Can you tell me why?
Aromatic amines are
Reason?
electron withdrawal.
Yeah. Aryl group is electron withdrawing. Aryl group is electron withdrawal, and as happens, electron density, therefore electron density on nitrogen decreases. Therefore protonation ability decreases. Are you getting? Are you getting or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And or in other words, when we are talking about this aliphatic, let us this annealing, what resonance shown by this annealing, positive or negative? Positive or
Sir,
negative? It is showing positive resonance, plus or effect. Okay, and as a result, electrons will towards the ring. Electrons will be moving towards the ring. So you'll have a negative charge, double bond, NH2 plus. Then again shift of electrons. Resonance, positive resonance. NH2 plus. And finally it comes back to the original state. NH2 with a pair of electrons. What kind of resonance is this one? What kind of resonance is this one?
plus, sir.
Plus-R effect. And due to plus-R effect, the electrons are less available. Electrons are distributed towards the ring, or we will say that it is delocalized towards the ring due to the delocalization of electrons and minus I effect. Due to plus-R effect as well as minus I effect, due to plus R effect and minus I effect, electron density on nitrogen decreases. Electron density on nitrogen decreases. So therefore will be weaker base than ammonia. I hope you are getting. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if I am comparing primary, secondary, and tertiary amine, when we are talking about primary, so this one you have to keep in mind is aliphatic amines are stronger base and aromatic weaker. Now I am talking tertiary amines, primary, secondary, and tertiary amines. So aliphatic amines I will take RNH2, R2NH, and R3N. R3N. Which is the stronger base?
R3N.
Which is the stronger base? R3. Why RN? Why R3N?
Alkyl group. Electron density.
3 electron releasing alkyl group is the presence of 3 alkyl group. Here you are having only 2 alkyl group which are electron releasing. 2 groups are there, and this is only one electron releasing alkyl group is present. One electron releasing alkyl group. So we expect this one to be stronger base, and this order is observed in the gaseous phase. This order is observed in the gaseous phase. But in liquid phase, in the liquid state or liquid phase in aqueous solution, the order will be different. Analysis will be seen in the order of the amines in the aqueous. And in aqueous, it is not only the inductive, also 3 acts. One is inductive effect. 3 effects are there which cumulatively or all together determines the basic strength. In aqueous solution, 3 factors we have to consider. One is the effect. One is the solvation effect, and the third one is the steric factor. So these 3 factors together will determine the basic strength in aqueous solution. In gaseous phase, we need not consider solvation. There will not show solvation, and we need not consider induct. We have to consider, and the order will be tertiary, great, and the least will be for the primary. But solution we have so these 3 factors, and how these factors the basic strength that we'll discuss even 30 we'll discuss. Okay, so since network good, we'll wind up for the time being, and we'll see in the evening at 3:30. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so did you get this much? Whatever we discussed?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And tomorrow evening we'll discuss. Okay. Thank you all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.